tearing out pieces of me to replace the broken pieces of you. Tearing out, tearing out.
Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's impromptu video. Very quick video. I want to pop in and share with you all my recap of the first annual Forbidden Conscious Awards, which took place Sunday, July 30th, 2020, in the beautiful city of Miami. That's right. The Conscious Awards were in my hometown, the Magic City, Miami, and it was so good to go down there for something like this. Every time when I go back home, and for this very reason, I try to avoid going back if I don't have to, or even going out. But every time I go, I always feel anxious. I always feel so fast paced, like things are just so exaggerated. And when I tell you, from when we got down there Saturday, the weather was beautiful. We were on our own pace. We had like one or two plans that we were going to do, like set schedule, and those fell through. So it was just, sorry, let me change. It was just hubby and I, because we had some adversity. So baby didn't come down, but we didn't, babysitter did, but it was just amazing. Beautiful weather. It was still hot as balls, right? If you're not used to it, you got to make sure you stay hydrated, because the humidity like sucks a lot of the water out of you, and it makes you feel even more hot. So if you plan on making any trips down south or Florida in general, just make sure you stay hydrated. It's crazy, but hubby and I had a great time. And people that I spoke to there at the awards, like every single one of them had a story behind how they got there. And then watching Billy Carson with Elizabeth's recap, and then listening to Black Magic 363, and even our story, me and my husband, there was so much adversity. The powers that be were trying to thrust, like they recognize, wait a minute, if these people come together, all these high vibrational beings come together from all these different parts of the world and amplify and magnify and bring this harmonious energy together, like we are in trouble. So it was like everything that could go wrong was trying to go wrong. Everything that was trying to lower our vibration was happening, and I was just like, nope, 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 right? So that is the very first thing that I took away for the Forbidden Conscious Awards. Like, always follow your dream. Don't let anything stop you. Despite what is thrown at you, bust that bitch down and go do what you got to do, okay? Follow through. If you know it's something that's going to be so beneficial, make sure you follow through. Don't let anything stop you or hinder you. A couple days before we went, we're going to the awards, my husband and I got some information that disturbed our spirit, right? Disturbed our emotions some. And, I just did my best to keep him calm, right? So he didn't be like, fuck that, somebody gonna have to see me, right? Because he's a warrior. So I had to calm that warrior spirit, that soldier spirit in him, and, keep myself level-headed as well, and not succumb to the anger and, the lower level energies, and still push through. Even when we got down there, my stepson's biological mom, that's who he happened to be with for these couple of days, and she tried really hard to throw a monkey wrench in our stuff, and I was like, hell nah, no bitch, not today, okay? The access denied, we wouldn't allow it, right? So just many, little different things that were happening that kept throwing monkey wrenches, but everyone followed through. People's flights were canceled. They had to drive hours. People had to sleep in their cars because hotels didn't go through, like all these different things, but we all came together. All right, so no one let anything stop them. They pushed through. They saw the dream through. Billy Carson slipped down the stairs, almost damn died the morning, but he still came, and you can even tell, right? You can even tell how much pain he was in, he said, but he pulled off a really great show. So follow your dreams no matter what, despite whatever adversity comes your way, even at the face of death. If you push through and you're like, nah, we're going to see this through, send Hades packing, all right? But that feeds right into what my second takeaway. We motherfucking raised the roof, okay? We raised the vibration. We hit we made that Schumann resonance go up some. I already know we did. Okay, the thousands of people that were there, right? A little over 1,000 in attendance, and then not to mention like all the other hands and stage hands, not just the guests, and then everybody that was watching it because it was televised on the Forbidden Knowledge Network. So I mean, we raised the vibration. I could feel the vibration. Dr. Be Serious came through with his drumming and stirred up a beat, and we was clapping and chanting. And listen, okay, we raised the vibration. So I already know that that electrifying feeling, that vibration was sent up, and things are going to be changed. Things are going to be moving in a very swift-like manner. Okay, very, very beautiful energy there. The third takeaway is, acknowledgement goes a long freaking way. A lot of these individuals, right, from other countries, they would never be recognized for their work. Who's going to recognize someone who hunts aliens, or who does space anomalies, or who looks at the history of the Sphinx, or who does documentaries, and or people who talk about crystals, or people who help the community, who lead the charge, people who tell you that you can be anything you want to be, doctors that put their livelihood on the line. Like, no one is going to recognize individuals like that, because most of the time we want to feed the ego of the athletes, or the movie stars, or the music mongols. And for a very long time I felt like, damn, we should have our own award show that awards greatness, people doing great things, right? I was thinking like conscious Grammys, or like documentaries, and here we fucking are manifested, right? Beautiful. That's why I had to make sure I was here for the front, and I was in the front. I was in like the 6th row or something, like 6th or 7th row from the front, right? I mean, when I was buying my tickets, I was like, I want front row center, boom, right there, and that's exactly where we were, right? But it was beautiful to see these individuals acknowledged, even if they won or not. The mere fact they were nominated, because you were nominated by the fans and then voted on by the fans, right? Billy Carson didn't pick the nominees. People did, right? So he had to get the word out. Hey, everybody, send me your nominees. And after that, he said, we're going to narrow it down here. And then from that, okay, here we go with the final voting. And those awards were absolutely beautiful. He had quartz crystal awards, laser engraved and cut. I was able to see, some of the awards up close after the ceremony, taking pictures with some of the individuals. But man, like, it was absolutely beautiful. So a little acknowledgement goes a very long way. The fourth takeaway, the stars were out, but the light wasn't like blinding, right? It wasn't bright. So what I mean by that, a lot of conscious beings were in the building, and they were in all their glory, okay, in all their beautiful conscious awareness, okay, and there were no egos, right? Not to say that there were not some people who had egos. Of course, you're gonna find that everywhere, but like the egos were in check. There was, maybe a couple people that were, I'm too good to take a picture with you, or I'm too busy to stay for the whole thing, or I'm just gonna whatever. But for the most part, everyone is open. Everyone was complimenting everyone. I had people who didn't recognize me come up and talk to me, but you know what? They didn't recognize, they don't know who I was as far as ascending infinite goddess, but they recognized my goddess energy. Because I had a lot of people tell me, oh, wow, you look like a goddess. You this or that. And I'm like, yeah, that's my name, right? So it was a beautiful thing, just coming in harmony. We were figuring out systems on how to take pictures. Okay, we're not going to argue and fight and squabble. We're elevated conscious beings. This side go, this side go, this side go, right? Leadership skills coming together, working in harmony. It was absolutely beautiful. Okay, so yeah, the stars were out, the real stars, but everyone was harmonious and not like over inflated. Okay, leading me right into my fifth takeaway. It's a big family. We're all one. Okay, I mean, of course, again, like I said, you're always going to find everybody has their own thought process. So you're always going to find examples of other individuals that think or feel a certain way. Okay, that's just natural. But for the most part, there was no one saying, why that white man up there talking? Why that black person? Why you dressed like that? Why you look like that? Would you? No, okay? Like, you found people there in shorts, people were there in jeans, people were there in gowns, like myself. There, people were there in barely nothing. People were there in, middle something. People were there in, just like all different types and walks of life, representative in different ways. And I'm kicking myself because there was a pharaoh there and I did not get a picture with him. But I'll see if I can hijack it off someone else's page. But like, everyone was there, but as a big happy family. Uncles, aunties, cousins, right? Just all there recognizing each other's energy, and it was absolutely beautiful. Okay. On the next note, right? Billy Carson, our next takeaway. Billy Carson loves people and he loves his life. So for a long time, like, I followed him, and I've heard him joke about it before, like, bruh, are you human? Are you a robot? Where's your emotion? What is going on with you? Why is your face always so blank? What do you have going on? And I'm like, I know you are trying to regurgitate and give the information, but where are your emotions? Emotions is what makes us human. You have to have some type of emotional intelligence. You have to have some way of displaying your energy, right? Which is what your emotions are, energy and motion. You have to have some way of having that displayed in a more magnificent way, because every time I see you, look so stoic. But this award show, right, seeing him perform on stage with Dame Dash and Donnie Arcade and Cruz, and presenting awards, and even being surprised receiving the leadership award. He and Elizabeth surprised each other with awards. He gave her the acknowledgement award for, I forgot what he acknowledged her for, but like, he's like, she really helped him take his business to the next level. So he acknowledged her in some way, and then she gave him a leadership award. And just like the mere fact they surprised each other with that, it was so beautiful. And seeing his emotion, his breakdown, I'm like, wow. And then I had to really think, okay, not only is this man spent about $15,000 worth of awards, give away a car. He gave away an Audi A4. Very deserving young lady won it. She was in seat S8. I'll never forget that, because that's me. And I really wanted that Audi, but she deserved it. Very happy for her. He gave away an Audi A4. He had all these crystal awards. Spent about $15,000 on them, not just for the people that won, but also for his staff, and also a couple of honorary awards for people that he was like, it's not a category, but you deserve an award for what you do. Not only did he do that, but then he gave out checks. Shaka Bars got a check for $5,000. Community and Schools organization out in Michigan, they got a check for $5,000. 19 Keys got a check for $5,000. And Dr. Something Adam, he got a check for $5,000. And I think he gave away 4 or 5. I think the Earthing Doctor, no, he didn't. But then he gave away $20,000 worth of checks, like, bruh, to the organizations. Like, that's someone who loves humanity. That's someone who loves life. That's someone who loves people. That's someone who enjoys the things that he does, and he does things from his heart. He's living from his heart chakra, and that's why he's able to create such a beautiful experience for other individuals. That's not me dick riding. That's just me giving him compliments where it's due. How many of y'all can put together a family reunion? Okay? So this man put together a whole award show, had it televised, beautiful graphics, beautiful connections and communions. Like, come on, stop it. All right. And my, what is this, number 7, number 8. Oh man. Okay, I think I'm number 8. So number 8, my last takeaway, I am on the right path. Okay, I be manifesting shit. So like I said, for a few years I've been wanting to have an award show like this, and I was like, when we have a conscious award show, or award show to acknowledge greatness, I want to meet people that I admire, and I want people to recognize me for the work that I do. I, of course, went to the award show. People recognize me for the work that I do, whether they worked with me or not, or they just see me in passing, or they just felt my energy. And I met a lot of people that I admire for the work that they do. I met Dr. B. Serious. I met Roland Martin. Roland Martin, I just was introduced because of his alien encounter show on Billy Carson's YouTube channel. But I mean, he was a real cool guy. Okay, I met Blue Pill and his lady queen. I forget her name. I am so sorry, but she came up to me. She was the first person actually. When I got there and my husband and I were trying to figure things out, she came and she spoke to me and she fed into me, and I was feeling her words. I was like, oh, she's so warm. Oh, she's so loving. She's really saying these things because she loves me. I was processing that, thinking that, but we were trying to figure out pictures and doing stuff and moving. So after the award show now, and I get to meet Blue Pill and talk to him a little bit more in depth, and got a picture with him, and when he realized who I was and he got his lady, I recognized it was her, and I was like, oh shit, okay, well, come, let me talk to you now, since let me kind of unwind, now that everything is done, and we had to take a picture together. But I'm, so very grateful because like she kicked it off. She was a spark, and I was like, oh man, I brought this here. Okay, very thankful for that. And then after the award show, I really wanted to meet Black Magic 363 in Kambata, because my husband and I have listened to Kambata's music for years, and we're like, oh shit, we're gonna see him perform. We wanted to meet them, but we didn't see them afterwards. So after the show, we're walking out now, talking to the girl who won the Audi A4, congratulated her, whatever. And the car was half a mile away. It was It was a 1 minute walk, like across the thing. But my feet were hurting. I had on like 5-inch heels, and I was like, bitch, they hurt. But I was like, I'm just gonna walk barefoot. Fuck it. I'll wash my feet when I get to the hotel. So I walk barefoot, but going to the parking lot now is gravel, and I'm not trying to walk in the parking lot on gravel. Before I was on a sidewalk. And my husband's walking up to the car, and he's like, that's Kambata right there by your car. I was like, what? Because we drove my Jeep down. He's like, that's Kambata right there. He's like, yeah, that's him. I was like, oh shit. I said, okay, I'm coming, let me put my shoe on. He's like, yeah, before he leave. And then Blue Pill walked up, and I was like, oh shit. And then I went to talk to Kambata, and the horn honked, and Kambata's like, oh, give me 1 second, I gotta run over here real quick. He ran over there, and it was Black Magic 363. I said, nigga, what? So we're all right by my car. And Black Magic 3, Brother Rich, standing there talking, and then Kambata's artist Shirey was there, Sharea. I've heard some of his music before because it comes up in my YouTube music playlist. And I'm like, word, like, look at this shit. So the picture that you see, that's us, and then hubby, of course, Lord knows gonna jump in, but that shit was so lit. And I was like, I manifested this because we're there outside, and I said, they walked out the back door. We're not gonna catch them. I said, so let's just go into the car. And I told my husband, I said, bring the car to me, but the road is blocked off, so that's why I ended up just walking barefoot. And of course, if I hadn't just walked, if I had been a stubborn little pussy princess, I would have missed all of that. Like, it was amazing. So I'm just grateful for the connection that we had together. I hope that more people show up for next year, right? Because I know they're gonna run this back. They're gonna run this back. It's not just the one and done. Okay, Billy Carson, he got some plans. We got some things going. So I can't wait for next year. And I'm just grateful that I was able to come together at this point in time. And then when we came home on Monday, and baby came back, right? Because baby stayed up in Tampa, and baby came back. And we came home Monday, and I got this message from the universe through YouTube, a YouTube channel that I watched. And I was like, damn, this is spot on. Then I played the video for my husband, and he's like, damn, this is spot on. Then one of our Pisces brothers came up from Miami, and I showed it to him today. I'm recording this on Wednesday. And he was like, damn, this is spot on for me. And it basically, the message said, you've made all the right choices. All the pain is going to be righted, and keep trucking, keep pushing. And I already knew. I said, yeah, I'm on the right path. I'm a manifester. I'm a magical manifester. And I'm so grateful that I'm in this circle, and I'm living in my divine purpose, and I'm able to help people get on their divine path as well. And I can't wait to see how things develop from here. So that is that. That's all I have for you today. I appreciate and love you all. I hope you all continue to be great, and until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.